Yeah, I think this is my second appointment after I get positive. All right, let's see. I believe we are live. All right, we've been recorded. Thank you very much. Let me double check that we are all on Facebook. Hello, everyone. Nadia Touch is here. We're going to talk about how to avoid procrastination. Who loves the topic? As soon as I say it, it's just creates an array of thoughts for me. So our group is Friends in Health. That's where we share our daily motivation and inspiration in the wellness journey. So this is a new format. I'm streaming live from Zoom. So feel free to join on Zoom. You usually receive emails from me where I'm inviting you. And this is for about 10 minutes. And I'm streaming it live into Coaching by Nadia page and Friends in Health Facebook group. Woo-hoo. But if you like to get me live, go ahead and show up a few minutes prior. We can chat, visit, and we can stay a few minutes right after the live stream. Sure. My positivity is contagious. This is my day number 2 of a new strange thing called COVID, which I have not experienced before. But I canceled everything yesterday except one appointment, and I canceled everything today except a couple of things. And one of them is for me to be here with you because I just have to speak. All right, so let's talk about how to avoid procrastination. So go ahead and stay off video, go ahead and stay mute if you're here on the Zoom, but do please use the chat. So if I talk to you as well as on social media, go ahead and use the chat. I always read the comments and I always respond. How to avoid procrastination. By the way, one of the ways, we have a workshop coming up tomorrow, a vision board workshop. If you haven't done your vision board, I actually encourage you to join maybe a couple workshops. Sometimes I noticed I started and I don't finish it. Last year, I taught my own workshop and I didn't finish it until March when I had to join another workshop so I can finish. But this workshop is 3 hours because we want to start, continue, and finish the vision board workshop. So I put the link in the description of the Facebook Live. I'm going to put it here in the chat on Zoom as well. But it's coachingbynadia.com events, and you will see 2 options. Option number 1 with a donation. We are sponsoring Murphy Chamber of Commerce Scholarship Foundation for kids to go to school, and the other option is complimentary RSVP. Okay, let's just jump. Someday syndrome. In fact, just yesterday I was talking to a fellow coach who shared with me her experience of through all these months of COVID. She had been focusfully building her life coaching business. And guess what she did not focus on is her health, including the fitness. She was asking me about fitness classes. So if you set long-term goals, you will start working towards them. Make them public to get very motivated. All right, thank you for this comment. Yep, stay put with that comment, definitely. And it actually made me think, it's interesting how this someday syndrome shows up. It's so pervasive in our life, sometimes we don't even notice it. But how can we notice when the syndrome shows up? And especially if you're a service industry, it's very, very, sometimes, I don't know, is it obvious when you talk to a prospective client, for example, a prospective customer, and you might hear and start noticing, do I say those things too? Well, after the holidays, it's really busy. I've got all these things. I've got to finish my appointments, business appointments. I got to, after the day is over. So it's the words of after. When I do this or complete or finish, accomplish, then later. And what other variations might you have heard recently, or maybe you say it, mine would be when after, something like that. When then. So what do we say when we are putting those things into the category of someday syndrome? And what does it cost you? We're not even talking yet how to avoid. The number one step to transform what you want to change or upgrade or grow is to be aware, be authentic, and just be real. Here is what's so. Before we change anything, let's accept, here's where I have been. Okay, that's what we're doing right now. Let's be curious and catch those expressions when we do them. In fact, let's start with ourselves. I gave examples of your clients, your customers, but how about us, right? Where do we procrastinate? Okay, and what does it cost you? What does it cost her when she's been procrastinating on getting back to strength training fitness for 2 years? It had costed her to be active with her family, where she's not able to do things that they used to do as a family, connectedness with her family. What might it be for you? It's really important. It's almost like I'm looking at the photograph of 80 years old me. When I don't do those things, what will it cost me? Okay. All right. Let's talk about how to avoid. We're talking about being present. What will it cost me? Which is, as I mentioned, step number 1. All right, I see another comment. Most people put themselves at the bottom of to-do list. Yes, so let's talk about it. There are actually 3 steps. If you noticed, I always stick with at least 3 steps. Sometimes more than 3 is too much, less than 3 is not enough. So let's talk about 3. Before we talk about them, what is the someday syndrome, or later, or after, or when, then? Do we actually have someday? There's no someday, there's no past, there's no future. What we have is the moment by moment, where we get to choose what to do. So let's just get this out of the way, that there's no someday. Life is short. Step number 1. John, you mentioned that. What is your big picture? So if I do these things, big picture, by the way, is your why. When you come to vision board tomorrow, it's virtual. We will talk about your why as well. Okay, so what is the big picture? What is your why? When you do those things, how your life will be different. Okay. And also, if I don't do these things, what will it cost me? I'm looking at my notes here and here. All right, that's easy or not, but it's step number 1. We always have to be present to big picture. That's your why that gets you off the bed, whether you want it or not. Okay. Step number 2, are you ready? Might be simple. So what actions are you putting into a someday syndrome category? What do you know you need to be doing that you're not doing yet? What habits do you want to stick with or create? What do you actually need to do? In fact, I'm just going to ask you 1, 2, 3 things. If there is an answer that you already have in your head, 1, 2, 3 actions, or what do you know you need to be doing that so far are still into a mañana category? Okay. So focus on your big picture. Know your actions. Step number 3, going really fast. Are you ready for step number 3? Can you guess what it is? I've got to be more practical. Okay, so what do I do with that? So if you know the action, mine keeps coming to my head, is actually drinking water. When I already prepared my water, preparation is a lot, has to do with avoiding our someday syndrome. Is prepare and block your calendar for those actions, or have reminders in your calendar. Okay. In fact, let me focus on this right now. So we're going to block those actions in the calendar. We're going to prepare. Right. So goal is, I see in the chat, goal is around your why. So when I build my why, I have my bigger goals. Then I'm going to split those goals into a more timely increments. My COVID had day number 2. And then those goals become, what are the actions I need to be doing every day? In fact, tomorrow, again, we're going to be working on this element of the big picture in all areas. What are my goals? Well, the actions will, I will invite to take an action, but the goals and the vision will be during the workshop. Okay, so block your calendar, have those appointments. So think about if this is around your health in life. I was watching my video from last year about this topic, where I actually did the research. How much does the human body cost? Last year, it was $2 billion. Your body costs $2 million. Feel weird saying that. But imagine that appointment. If you keep it, it's $2 million. Are you going to cancel it? No. Why do we not cancel business appointments and we don't put our personal health as priority? It's $2 million you're going to get. So it becomes really non-negotiable. And sprinkle it with accountability. Accountability is a lot. It's your personal accountability. It's the people in your life. I can talk so much on each topic, but I'm trying to be short and sweet. So the step number 3, between what actions, knowing them, blocking them, having this non-negotiable appointment that you're not going to cancel, and you're really using accountability, your internal, external. And then when it comes to placing an action, count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. Physically move. If you missed it 5-second window, your brain is going to talk you out of it. And my brain is going to tell me, yeah, for 10 minutes, you can't talk with your COVID head. Please don't do it. It's not that important. And all that stuff is going to talk me out of it. It really boils down to your choice of each moment by moment by moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So how to avoid someday syndrome is staying present to your why, which is a big picture, having your goals, knowing what actions you need to be taking that are still in that category of someday, block them, have them as your $2 million non-negotiable appointment, have accountability, internal, external, and when it comes to taking an action, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, physically move. If you want more, please join our vision board workshop. It is coachingbynadia.com/events. And please remember to love your body through daily choices. And I'll leave you with this short message. And again, Denise, I talked to her just recently. She gave herself a birthday gift to lose 100 pounds. She did. She was sick twice with COVID. Both times she survived. Her family has a history of lung disease and overweight. She gifted herself being alive 2 times in a row in the last 2 years, but not some of her family members. It is our responsibility, it is our choice to take care of ourselves first, so we can take care of the world after us. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the community. I'm going to stop the live stream